Okay, it's day 5. Feel like incarceration, doesn't it? It's day 5. And we are just getting ready to leave Iron Bridge, Ontario, where we camped at the Yellow Butterfly Campground. Really nice place, a great campground, one of the best that we've been in so far on our journey. The only drawback are the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes here, I mean, I've been in Alaska during the summertime twice, and they were bad there. I think they're worse here. I mean, you'd be like setting up a tent, or this morning, it rained during the night. And so this morning, we're just, getting the tent taken down, and we figure we'll just put it in the back, and we'll, only like 3.5 hours to 4 hours before we get to the next place, and we'll spread it out and let it dry when we get there, because I don't think it was supposed to be raining there. But holy cow, you'd look down, there'd be like 5 mosquitoes on your leg, like mainlining off of the blood in your leg, and they're so engrossed in what they're doing that you could squish all 5 of them before anybody could get away. So, man, that part was tough. So anyway, it's not raining right this minute, and we're getting ready to hit the road, and we'll let you see what we see. Hey, thanks for joining us on the journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like button, share button, and this is part of a little sub-series called The Great Adventure. And this is my grandson, Andrew, and myself. And we headed from Virginia through Pennsylvania, New York, Ontario, and saw the Niagara Falls. Go back and see that episode. And headed, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, over to Alberta, and then down through Montana and Wyoming, and a lot of places. We'll be in South Dakota, a lot of things to see. Today, in our 5th episode of Gene and Andrew's Great Adventure, we're headed to Lake Superior Provincial Park up on the northern part of Ottawa Bay. This will be a beautiful area for you to see. One thing that I want to be sure to tell you is how beautiful the flowers are here. I will show you in an upcoming episode, but for now, just hear me for a second. When I was in Alaska many years ago, it astounded me how full and gigantic every hanging basket and every flower pot seemed to be. It's the same way up in Canada, where we have traveled so far. Whether it's on a main street in a small town or just growing alongside the road, the flowers are abundant. I don't know the science behind it, but I'm guessing that the cooler temperatures and the lack of pollutants in the fresh air are behind this. It is quite beautiful. We drove through part of Sault Ste. Marie on our journey today. I remember driving through here back in 1979 with my older brother Eugene after we had driven to Anchorage, Alaska. The spelling of Sioux, and I'll put it there so you can see it, confused me for the last 45 years, and I've mispronounced it for nearly half of a century. We stopped to get fuel for the Subaru, and I asked a local lady how it's pronounced. She told me that it's Sault Ste. Marie. Well, I'll be darned. Never let it be said that this old dog can't be taught a new thing or two. We passed a sign a few kilometers back that was for Voyager's Lodge, world-famous apple fritters. We have to stop there. I've had apple fritters before, but they were not Canadian, and they certainly weren't world-famous, so let's try one and see what all the fuss is about. On our way to try the apple fritters, we saw this sign on the side for waterfalls ahead on the Chippewa River. Let's stop and check that out, then we'll go get the apple fritters. Oh, good gracious. Look at that thing. Andrew, would you like to do the honors? How is it? It's good? These things are so good. The gentleman just told me they sold 110,000 of them last year. I don't know if there was any doubt in your minds or not whether we could eat those apple fritters. Those things were huge, but it did get questionable. Those things were so good, chunk full of apples, or full of apple chunks, I'm not sure which, but they were delicious, and this is a cool place to stop. I am sorry that we were not videotaping at the time, but within 5 minutes of leaving the Voyager's lodge and eating those huge apple fritters, a black bear came running across the road right in front of us. I had to hit the brakes. He definitely had getting to the other side on his mind. We soon arrived at Lake Superior Provincial Park. The visitor center is amazing, and there's a lot to see here and learn about the wildlife and the surrounding forest. I learned that fur traders camped here by the bay 200 years ago. We learned that because of the rivers, lakes, swamps, and the sheer Rocky Mountains here, that this was the last part constructed of the Trans-Canadian Highway. And we discovered that our black bear friend can run at speeds up to 50 kilometers per hour or 31 miles per hour, and that his sense of smell is 7 times better than a dog's. The camping site that we were given is right across from the bay, and this will be a great spot for us as we want to do some fishing this afternoon and tomorrow morning. Lake Superior Provincial Park is one of the largest provincial parks in Ontario, covers about 1,550 square kilometers along the northeastern shores of Lake Superior between Sault Ste. Marie in Algoma District and Wawa in northeastern Ontario, Canada. Ontario Highway 17 now runs through the park. When the park was first established in Ontario in 1944, there was no road access. Okay, we did a little fishing here on Ottawa Bay, which is an inlet of Lake Superior. The mosquitoes, also the gnats, are really bad. I don't know if you can see them swarming around my face. We didn't catch any fish. We had a couple of bites, but we're going to have a campfire, and might show you that too, and eat some stew or some beans, some things I picked up at a local grocery store. But you know what they say, a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work, and hey, they're right. Well, I don't know if you saw Andrew coming up behind me or not, but he actually, we said we didn't catch anything. He caught something. Now, it was not edible. It was I thought he was joking, but it was some type of little bait fish, a little minnow that was, I don't know, maybe about an inch and a quarter long. And I caught it in its side. It didn't bite the lure, but anyway, he went back into the bay. Something, well, have to eat him. Told Andrew, he said, well, can we clean it and eat it? I said, you'd have to find a G.I. Joe or a Ken that's small enough to be able to gut it and clean it. I can't see how to gut it and clean it. It's so small. One thing that's neat is just walking back to the campsite. You pass by trees like this. I don't know if it's a fir or a spruce. I guess a fir, but smells like Christmas tree as soon as you walk past it, and that's kind of neat, of course. And here is where we're camping at tonight. Lord, we thank you for this food that we're about to eat. Thank you for the beautiful place we are here off of Lake Superior. Sorry we didn't catch any fish, so we're eating, I think it's probably Campbell's chunky soup, but this is a gumbo sausage and who knows what it is. You know what? When you're hungry, it's pretty good.